Hi there. I'm going to pick up where we left off with the antiquing video. These have been antiqued and let to dry. I just want to show the difference. This one has been dry brushed and this one has not. I just want to, you can see the subtle difference in the antique and the color. When you dry brush over top of it, you kind of, you'll soften the colors a little bit. I mixed the orange that I used with a little bit of ivory just to give it a little lighter color, and this is how it turns out. Of course, there's no eyes or anything painted on yet, but this is what you'll get. When you are dry brushing, you want to use flat bristled brushes. I'll show you a few that I have here. I got them in all sizes and shapes. This will be the best one to show you because this is a newer one. If you're going to dry brush, you need something, like I said, you need stiff bristles. There really is no difference between the rounds, which I don't have a real good one here to show you, but between a round like that and a flat. It just all depends on what I'm doing, whether I use, like when I'm doing some, like on these, when I was trying to get in here, I used the flat one because it was easier to pull the color in like this. And like I said, of other things I use the round ones. It just depends. That's something that you want to figure out for yourself what works best. One thing I do want to say that I didn't say in the last video is anytime that you're staining, using the opaque stains of the antiques, you really want to wear something to cover your clothes, because no matter what you do, you're gonna get paint on your clothes. As you can see, I have a cobbler's apron on, and as you can see, covered with different colors of paint. If you can't find a cobbler's apron, go to the Salvation Army or Goodwill and find a man's button-down shirt that is 2 sizes too big for you, and then you can put it on, button it up, you'll be comfortable, and it won't matter if you get paint on it. It was no big deal. This is the other piece that I antiqued in the last video. It's ready to be dry brushed. Bring the colors back up on it. I'm going to start with a green. I don't know if I've showed you anything about dry brushing before, but I will today. I'm going to put a little different color green on it than I put on the first time. This is, I guess I'm going to use, maybe I'm not going to use this one. Let's see. Okay, we'll give this one a stab, see what happens. What's nice about dry brushing too is, if you don't like what you got, just go over it with something else. It's no big deal. This paint palette is really a wreck, because when I'm into it, I don't want to get up and keep washing my palette, so I'll just keep putting paint. Once it dries, I'll just put paint one color over another. Not the best idea in the world, but there's no paint in this. Nope, no paint in that. I guess I'm going to toss that one. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll use this green, which is the same green. Just put out a little bit. You don't need a ton. And I am not prepared here. I thought I had white out too, but I don't. Here it is. Actually, it's ivory, but it'll work just the same. Put out a little bit of it. Here's the brush I'm going to use. You dry brush, and you don't want to use your Viva paper towels. Go get some cheap ones. That's what I do. I buy the cheapest thing I can get because, you know, it's the nature of the beast. You're going to go through them. So pick up the green on your brush, just on the end, and pick up a teeny tiny bit, just a teeny tiny bit of white, as you can see, just a little bit. And then when you go to brush out the brush, you can kind of mix them together on your brush. So wipe your brush till it's pretty dry. And then you want to start to go across the grain. That works the best. And you see how it's picking up the detail. It'll make the detail really stand out. Once again, like I said, pick up some green, pick up some white or ivory. What it does, you keep it the same basic scheme, but you just kind of lightening the tone just a little bit, because you want a little bit of I don't know what the word for it, contrast. That's the word I'm looking for. Guys, it's really amazing how it'll make things stand out. So make sure that you brush your brush till it's pretty dry, because if you don't, you'll end up with way more than you wanted. And sometimes you might have to repeat what I'm doing 2 or 3 times till you really get the color up where you want it. I'll show you with this other piece. This is a good example. The purple that I put on here. There's probably 4 coats on here before I finally got it to the color that I really wanted, because when you first put it on, it'll look kind of dark and drab and look like, you know. But once you let that dry and keep going back over it, dry brushing over it, it'll pick the colors up and brighten them up. So in the next video, I will show you how I dry brushed the pumpkins and brought up the fall leaves with different colors, and that'll be the next video. I'll see you then.